What's up, YouTube? It's the real Super Mario, bringing you my E3 2014 rumors video. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a rumors video, and then I'm gonna do I'll do prediction videos throughout the day, predicting what I think is gonna happen at the press conferences and at E3. This one is rumors that I don't. It could happen, but they probably won't happen. So, at least not at E3. So, here we go. Starting off with probably the biggest rumor coming off of the Pokebomb from yesterday. The biggest rumor being Pokemon Delta Emerald. A couple days ago, Nintendo put in a patent on Pokemon Delta Emerald and actually a web page. So we know that's probably gonna happen. Usually, once they get a web page or they get a domain name for a game, usually it's gonna happen eventually. Maybe not right now, but they're preparing for it in the future. Like I said in the Pokemon video, Delta Emerald could very well mean, Delta means change. Alpha and Omega mean beginning and end, but Delta means change. And what this could mean is that there could be no Pokemon Z. So there could be no third game that references the original two, but the third game in the X and Y series could actually be the third game in the Emerald. It could be Pokemon Emerald. It could be Pokemon Delta Emerald. And a couple reasons why I say that. One is, of course, Delta means change. Two is Emerald was one of the best-selling Pokemon games ever. And it's one of the most remembered games as well. People who don't even play Pokemon no more still remember Emerald. I know people who pretty much stopped playing Pokemon at Emerald who still play Emerald today. So this would be an iconic Pokemon game that would bring people back and bring people back in. So remaking it was a no-brainer. Not to mention, they've said before, there's been a couple, I don't know if they're official sayings, but people have said before that there will not be a Pokemon Z. Because, it would just be too predictable. It's Pokemon Z. The same way, last generation of Pokemon, we all predicted Pokemon Gray. Pokemon Gray is coming. There was never a Pokemon Gray, because it was way too predictable. I'm thinking that, Pokemon Delta Emerald is going to be the third Pokemon game. And it's going to tie the remakes in with the new games, with the X and Y. Let's see, that's rumor number one. Number two, we have Half-Life 3. Okay, so Half-Life 3 is an interesting one because it's been rumored forever. It's right up there with, Left 4 Dead 3 because we all know that one thing about Valve is they can't count to the number 3. They just can't do it. Just look at Half-Life. Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. Then Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Episode 2. Then you've got Portal 1 and 2. You've got Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. But there's been rumblings for years, but this one is different. This latest rumor from about a month or so ago is from Min Lee, the creator of Counter-Strike. He created Counter-Strike, and he worked at Valve for years, and he left. And he said he recently saw Half-Life 3, and that it looked pretty good. Now, usually you can kind of see hype or people lying or whatever. You can see a rumor that's bullshit, but this one, the reason why I'm not calling bullshit on this one is because, one, it's a respected guy who worked at the studio. Okay, this is not just like some random programmer who was like, yeah, I saw Half-Life 3. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to say this so he can get in some online websites editorial or whatever. This is a respected programmer and creator of one of the biggest games from the studio. So he wouldn't just come out and just spout random crap. So that's one. And two is this will be a pretty good way to start building slow burning hype for a game. By saying, oh, like having somebody from outside of the firm be like, yeah, I saw the game, it looks pretty good. That's what, what it's doing is it's starting speculation. People are starting to talk again, and it's bringing up Half-Life 3. Like they really need to do it, because every year Half-Life 3 pops up anyway. So, that brings me on to number 3, Crash Bandicoot. Alright, so Crash Bandicoot has been dead for a long time. As ever since Sony bought, Naughty Dog off of Universal Studios game development sector, Crash Bandicoot has been done. Like, they did a few Crash Bandicoot games, but they just couldn't do it like Naughty Dog. That coupled with the slow burn death of platformers just did Crash Bandicoot in. And the rumor was last year when David Cerny had came back to Sony that that Sony was buying the rights of Crash Bandicoot back from Universal. Because David Cerny created Crash Bandicoot and he is the architect of the PlayStation 4. So, but it's a possibility. It's a big possibility. That's why I wanted to put this on my Sony prediction video, but it's still kind of rumorish to me because platformers are not what they used to be, and so spending millions of dollars on a platform title, even though people are probably gonna buy it, it's still a long shot because it's a platformer. And if there's a platformer that doesn't have Mario in the title, it's usually not going to sell very well. Just look at Knack. Knack was a brand new platformer from the guy who created Crash Bandicoot. So it's like, it doesn't bode well for Crash Bandicoot. But it's a possibility. That's why it's on the rumor list. Number 4. Rumor number 4 is one that has been in the dreary backlogs of the internet for years. Ever since Metroid Prime 3 came out and was awesome on Wii, there was rumors of Metroid Dread, a new Metroid game that wasn't in the Prime timeline. That rumor is popping up again this year, and the main reason why is because Nintendo scheduled a 90-minute event for, I think it was June 9th or June 10th, specifically dedicated to a 3DS game. Not 3DS games, not the 3DS, a 3DS game, just one. So it's like, okay, so they couldn't be talking about something we already know, because why would they talk about something we already know for 90 minutes? It has to be something that's unannounced, because that way they can use that hour and a half to build a groundwork of what this game's going to be about. And there's only 3 things I can really think of this could be. A Star Fox game, which I kind of doubt it since they seem to have left Star Fox behind. This could be Pokemon Delta Emerald, but I think it's a little bit too early to announce Delta Emerald since we just got information on Ruby and Sapphire, or Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire, so I kind of doubted that too. And it's probably Metroid Prime Dread. It's probably Dread. Because one, we haven't seen a Metroid game because they tried to distance themselves from Metroid, because of Other M. and now they're going back to it on 3DS. You know, I'm definitely thinking that this is Metroid Prime Dread. Um, so this is that's what I'm thinking. You know, and number 5, GTA on PS4 and Xbox One. Alright, this rumor's been going around since GTA came out, because GTA came out pretty much right before, like weeks before the first next gen systems came out. So people were like, well, you know, are we going to get these games on this system? Because there's really no backwards compatibility. So people were like, well, they should put GTA on the new systems. And this has been floating around since GTA came out. And Rockstar really hasn't addressed it. I mean, they haven't even addressed GTA on PC yet. So, but I think this year they might do it. I mean, there's a talk that Microsoft has an exclusive, third-party exclusive somewhere. Somebody has a money hat, and that money hat probably went to Rockstar to get exclusive Grand Theft Auto 5 on Xbox One. I would not be surprised in the least if that happens. Alright, picking it up here, picking it up. Number 6, Assassin's Creed Comet. Alright, so this rumor kind of slipped out around the same time as Assassin's Creed Unity. Assassin's Creed Comet is supposed to be a last gen game on PS3 and Xbox 360 that involves you playing as a what do they call, as a crusader, as a member of I can't remember the bad guys in Assassin's Creed. That's just sad. But you're supposed to play as one of the bad guys. Like, we know that in Assassin's Creed 3 that Connor's father was one of them. He was the leader. He was the leader of the bad guys in Assassin's Creed 3. Eventually you work with him, but eventually you have to kill him. In the next game, this next game, you will play as one of the bad guys to do various things. I don't know. But next rumor is pretty interesting. Number 7, Mario Maker. Alright, so this one came up through a poster. Alright, somebody posted a poster at Nintendo's E3 booth that they were constructing, and it says Mario Maker. And so people are like, oh, what is that? That's gotta be a new game. And so what it looks like is, you can see there's a poster. There's looks like a little 8-bit Mario and a hand with a pencil drawing the level. So you see a hand with a pen drawing the stage. So what I'm thinking, it looks like there's a stage builder for Mario. Something a lot of people said should have been a part of an older Mario game, but this one looks like it's going to be an exclusive game by itself. And the other reason I put this on the list was because it's very possible that this could be the first game to use NFC, which is Nintendo's new figurine service, where you buy, it's like Skylanders, and you buy the little toy figurine and you use NFC to add it to your Wii U to put it in the game. And so can you imagine Mario Maker? You make your own stage, you go and you buy your figurine, and you can play as any character in your made-up Mario stage. There you go. Mario Maker is own exclusive game. And last but not least, number 8. This is probably the biggest rumor, not the biggest rumor, but the most unknown, unpredictable rumor of the conference, of the show, the whole, convention, and that's Square Enix. So, Square Enix just said, they put up yesterday that there will be no Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy 14 at the show. Okay, so that happened. All right. So that means that was two of their biggest games. Two of the games people were waiting on the most and predicting the most, and they said they weren't going to be there. So what's going to be there? Well, usually when someone gets rid of the biggest things they're looking forward to, usually there's a lot of other things they want to talk about, so they want these things out of the way. So that's what I'm thinking Square Enix is doing. Square Enix they took out 14 and they took out Kingdom Hearts 3 so that they can specifically talk about new games. Probably a new Tomb Raider. There's been big rumors of a new Deus Ex, which would be awesome, even though it's going to be on next-gen systems and I won't be able to play it. But yeah, you know, Square Enix is the biggest one for me because I don't know what they're going to talk about now. You know, it's got to be, you know, some Western titles because they're big. I mean, they could be a big Eastern title. It could be something else from out of their Japanese studios. But I'm definitely thinking it's between Deus Ex and Tomb Raider. So that is pretty much it for my top 8 rumors video. I'll have several other videos coming out today dedicated to E3. I want to do a Nintendo predictions, Sony predictions, and a Microsoft predictions video, which will be out sometime today. So just look out for those, and you know, just like this video, shoot me a comment, subscribe so you can know when my new videos come out, and as always, keep it real with the real Super Mario.